When my channel started growing in popularity to the point where brands started reaching out to me to review products, I made myself a promise that above all, I was going to keep it real. You could buy my production, you could buy my numbers, you could buy my quality, but you would never be able to buy my voice. And I feel as if, as creators, we have a responsibility to our audiences to be transparent, to strip away the masquerade and the mysteriousness around being a creator or an influencer. And I'm not talking about us creating videos that are reviews. I'm talking about sometimes the back-end conversations and the shady things that go on within this industry, because our experiences as creators are the only form of accountability that this industry really has. Because if our audience doesn't know the shady things that go on, then who is going to say that that's not acceptable? And the thing is that as I'm making this video, you're always faced with this sort of thought process that I could be ruining opportunities down the line because I'm being transparent with you guys. As a matter of fact, I know that's some of the fears that my peers have within this industry as well. But I ask myself on a daily basis, is that somebody I really want to work with if they have an issue with me being honest with my audience? Is that a company that I want to work with? And the answer is a resounding no. Now, quickly, before I tell you what I'm going to tell you, I need you to understand that this is not about any brand that I've worked with. If somebody does something shady, I will simply just not work with them. One of the things I tell all of the companies, if I do a review for them, you will allow me to be honest. That being said, recently, a company has reached out to me with quite a bit of audacity, and it's a pretty big company within this industry. You all know about it. If you're a filmmaker or watch any type of YouTube videos, you know who this company is. And I'm not going to name the company because I didn't really reply. I just kind of left them on red once I got that contract. And it's not really fair in that aspect if I never even created dialogue. But you do need to know because I know this contract exists. So, in the contract to review a product, it read as followed, and I'm going to read it word for you guys. Party B shall not present the product of Company X negatively in the videos and images, otherwise shall terminate the cooperation with Party A. Do you see the problem? Do you? Because my thing is this. That language in that contract is unacceptable because it sounds like, and it will be interpreted as, probably as if it was to you, that if a product has a flaw or it is bad, right, that you really should not mention it. And unfortunately, there's a lot of mental gymnastics that goes around with respect to situations like this. The mindset will be, well, if a company is paying you, right, to promote their product, shouldn't they not want it to be promoted positively? And if that's the case, then you go and buy yourself a commercial on TV where you control the narrative, right? You buy yourself that production. The thing that makes the creator economy so unique, the thing that makes the influencer economy unique, or at least should, is the trust that individuals should be able to have with the creator that they are watching. This is also the reason why if I do a sponsored video, a company must pay me up front, and I will not accept affiliate links in most cases because I don't want to be in a position where I feel like I need to sell this product in order to make a living. That's not my job. Your product should sell itself. I should be able to speak about the product and boom, it magically sells 1 million copies as if Oprah farted on a book. If you are that confident within your product, then you would not need to have language such as that in a contract. And the thing is although it's just one company where this has happened to me with, I know it happens a lot more. This is just the first time that it's happened to me, but I do know that this company is doing this to other creators. And furthermore, I do know that if one company is doing it, more companies are doing it. And This is why the creator economy and the influencer economy is going through some of the troubles that it's going through now. People have a mistrust. And honestly, with contracts like that floating around, you should be skeptical. If you are on the side of that language, I believe you are anti-consumer. Because if a product has a fault, you should know about that fault. You shouldn't even be afraid to speak about that fault, because is that not what a review is? Isn't that why restaurants would have a food critic come and you did your best to put on the best show? Because if you messed up, the food critic could write about that. I don't like that in this industry, that's the point that it came to. And I feel like if I didn't share that with you, then I'm selling my soul. And the thing is that this happened after I went to NAB. It was a company that I actually did want to work with. But after NAB, I honestly, is many feelings that I had that were great that I shared in that video from the people who connected with me that are in my audience who told me how much they love my content. That made me feel great, but the vibes made me feel so icky. I'm going back this year. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm excited to go back, but I don't want to go back in the same capacity that I did. I want to go back as somebody who just really sit back and watches, because I didn't like the fact that it all felt so orchestrated. But the point is this, right? You guys deserve to know that. And so my advice to you, if you are watching these videos, first of all, if it's coming from my channel, you know that if they're trying to buy my voice, I'm simply going to leave you on red, right? But you have every right to be skeptical. I'm glad these conversations are starting to happen within the comment section of people being like, that doesn't sound right. You've always been that way. But what would suck is for you to buy a product, right? And then with the price of gas and the price of eggs, you're spending your money. You saved up your money on this product that you could use for something else. And then you find out that there was a flaw that was simply overlooked for the point of keeping a review positive. So you're going to have to do your due diligence like you do with everything in this world. But we also need to do better as creators, to the point where we start speaking up about these things, where we start saying these things are not acceptable. And do not get me wrong, there are tons of creators out there who strive to have integrity. Some of the bigger channels purchase things a lot of the times on their own because they make enough money. Or if a company does send them a product, because their audience is so big, they have way more pulling room with respect to those negotiations. And generally, you can listen for things such as, this is a sponsored video, but they do not control our opinion, or, hey, I bought this on my own dime and I want to share it with you guys. So do keep in mind that it's not every creator out there. I'm always going to keep it real with you, and I will always strip away the masquerade. Let me know in the comment section down below some of the things that you've noticed within the industry, your complaints with the state of content creation and reviews and the influencer economy. I would love to hear it. Hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. If you haven't, follow me on social media. The links are in the description down below. And now more than ever, if you are ever feeling uninspired, uncreative, or just want to give up on life, every day, airplanes take off against the wind. Keep climbing, stay inspired, and as always, stay fabulous. My name is Sydney. I will see you beautiful people next time. Peace out.